Hi guys, Rick here from Svnty Offroad. Here is our rear barn door table with the extension. I will now walk you through the installation of this table. Tools needed for the job: electric drill, Phillips head screwdriver, 10mm socket, 9mm drill bit, 4mm Allen key, trim removal tool, paintbrush, some paint, touch-up paint, insulation tape, and a nutcert gun. Okay, first things first, we're going to have to remove the speaker. So this is a troop carrier we're doing the installation on. So the troop carriers have speakers in their back doors. The wagons don't. So wagon guys, just ignore this part. So yeah, let's get these out. So you just need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove these screws to get rid of the cage. It's just 4 screws. All right, just like that. Okay, so once we've got that off, we need to pop the grill off just here. And just on the top here, there's like a little recess where you can get like a trim removal tool in or a flat blade screwdriver. And that just pops off. Put all the screws in there. All right, we got another 3 screws on the speaker. Okay, so once you've taken the screws out, you can remove the speaker, and then you'll have to just remove this plug here. It's just a little push connector, so just thumb on that, pop it off. It is a bit sticky, but that's it. So the speaker's now removed, and we can remove the spacer, and we'll go from there. So the spacer's got another 3 screws as well. Alright, so once the speaker's out, we'll tackle the trim. So just get a trim removal tool just like this one, plastic one. We'll stick with the plastic so that we don't score any of the paint on the tops or the sides of the door, the lower section. So yeah, simply just, I like to start in the corners here because there's no poppers here. It makes it easy to pick it up. And you can just get that in there and just pop them out just like that and just follow it all the way around. They are a bit temperamental, so be a bit gentle with them, but obviously you're replacing it, so you're probably not going to put it back in, so it's not too serious. If anything gets... Alright, just like that guys, done. So stock card out. Okay, so we've still got speaker wide address, so we're going to have to tape that up and get that bundled up. We'll go through that next. And there's a couple of brackets, a few brackets in here that we have to remove as well. They will protrude out and the door card will sit on it. So yeah. So once you've removed the trim, we've got the plastic up. We want to tackle these little brackets here. So there's a couple of nuts holding these on here. And then we've also got these little plastic like inserts or nutserts that need to come out as well. So they're pretty easy to take out. Or you just get your hand back there and just pinch the two legs together, hold it in, and it pops out. And yeah, if you leave those in, they'll just stick out and the back panel or the backboard will sort of bow out on the table. So you want to, or the card, whatever you're installing. So just there's 2 of them, just want to get those both out. And we want to just undo these 2 nuts here. Okay, let's get those loose. Okay, so that hardware comes out, 2 nuts. And pretty much now we can roll the plastic film back down. Let's set that down. Oh, actually, sorry, I've jumped the gun. We still need to address the speaker wires. So keep that up there. What we want to do is tape this guy up and tape it up just like that. And then we'll tape it onto that wire and lube in the back there, so it's just out of the way, it doesn't move around or anything like that. Okay, so once you got the cable out, what you just want to do is put a couple of bits of insulation tape on it just to hold it all together. You don't want it rolling around or flicking around in the back there. So we'll get that done. And then what we'll do is we'll get that cable onto this cable loom in the back here, just this one. And then just put a bit of insulation around that as well, just to hold it to that securely. All right, that's it, done. Now that we've taped up the loose speaker wires, we'll keep this rolled up. And the reason we do that is so that we can get the vacuum cleaner in the back here. So once we drill out all these little holes here, all around here, there's 10 of them on the door to fit the nutserts. We just vacuum out all the iron filings, and then we'll do some cleanup and touch up paint. We're going to drill out these 10 holes to get the nutserts to fit. So yeah, I mean, there's any which way you want to start, go for it. Just always make sure there's nothing back there that you can drill through. And yeah, just get stuck into it. And the last one. All right, I think that's it. We're all set. Yep. Okay, so once that's done, I normally go around and deburr these. So we'll get that going. And I just use a countersink bit for that. You can use this, if you don't have one of these, you can use a slightly larger drill bit. And what that does is it just gets rid of all the little iron filings, the little burrs, that kind of stuff on them. So when you go to crimp in the nutset, it does sit nice and flush. So it just cleans it up there. And that's it, done. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, after drilling out all the holes, you're going to get a lot of iron filings. A lot of them will drop down into the back of the door. It's really important that you vacuum those up. Any of that stuff left in there, once you get a bit of moisture in your doors from being on the beach, all that kind of stuff, especially the salty air, they'll start to rust, and that could create rust later on down the track. So I always like to give it a good vacuum, give a vacuum around all the plastic, and yeah, just clean up all that stuff. And then yeah, so I'll quickly... All right, so now that we've cleaned up all the holes and we're ready to touch them up with some paint, just get some touch-up paint, a brush or a cotton earbud. They work really well. So we're going to go with this one, give the brush a miss. So yeah, so we just want to basically just dab it on around there and kind of just coat it, the raw metal nicely. Don't want to go too hard. You can always do another coat. So that's it there. Once the paint's dried, we can get stuck into the nutserts. So you're going to need a nutsert gun, just like that one. There's a couple of different versions on the market. You get one like that, and you get a single hand pinch one. And you can also get attachment for a drill, electric drill. So we have this one. I don't recommend them. They're not the best, but for this kind of application, they work fine. So yeah. So, all right, let's get it on. So basically, you screw the nutsert on, and then what you want to do is load it into the hole. And it's a bit of a feel with these. I found that like if you overdo it, you can ruin the threads. So you just want to feel until the nutsert's quite tight in there, and that's just about perfect there. Must have just got lucky. So that's all done. You can feel the back of them. There's like a bulge on the back, so you will feel, you can tell when they're pinched in nicely. They'll bulge, get a nice bulge and pinch themselves in there. Now that the inserts have been installed, we can get on to fitting the table. So the easiest way to probably do this, because this table is a little bit on the heavy side, is you kind of want to grab right or left hand, whatever you feel comfortable doing, on the base here on the shelf, and kind of just hold it in. And then once you get it like sort of in line, you can just lean on it a bit and put a bit of pressure on it. And then what you want to do is just get the bottom bolts in. Now this table is heavy, so I would recommend getting someone to help you. It is a bit awkward. I've done a few of these, so I'm sort of used to it now, but it definitely is a little bit awkward to work with one person. So once you've got a couple in there, you can start on the top ones. And I find the easiest way here is just to rest your thumb on it, pinch it down, and just try and get as many screws in you can. And same with all the other panels we've done, just a handful of threads on each screw. Don't tighten any up, and just work your way around. Alrighty, that's a wrap. Table's installed. So here it is. This is our barn door drop-down table with an extension.